private and unlisted YouTube channel.
Okay.
Sweet. So, how was Paige and Nyla's Christmas? No, don't know. Oh, can't come off mute for a bit in office. Oh, well, okay. Well, Thomas, uh, I sent you some stuff on LinkedIn about profit pyramid. I thought
Yep.
we could go over that.
Yeah, I read it. Let me bring that up here. Yeah, kind of like a reverse funnel. So I know we talked about it. I just couldn't remember all the details.
So we've all been working on it. That's why I asked you guys to
Yeah.
have your own communities, your own masterminds, and all of that stuff. Because for me, that's what makes up a profit pyramid. But we're all different people, so maybe you got your own thing going on with it too. So
Well, mine goes from like the YouTube videos um to like paid classes to the whole system, a la carte classes to the systematic, class groupings to up to the mastermind. So, but somehow, consulting ends up in there somewhere, and I'm not quite sure how it actually fits in because that's really kind of a whole separate deal, I guess, although I do get leads through my YouTube videos. So I don't know.
yes,
You have multiple branches on your funnel, but
yeah. So let's say we take your profit pyramid and off to, let's say, the left side of it. Somewhere in here you could use a whiteboard, but I don't know how to do that yet. But let's say somewhere on the left side of your profit pyramid, you have the what's at the top, the done for you, and in the middle is done with you, and at the very bottom is do it yourself.
yeah.
So the free stuff, do it yourself. I would put consulting as done with you, but very near the top. Like if you would say consulting would be like one-on-one, that would be my highest tier for me.
Yeah, and that's what it is. But when I'm talking about the progression of like classes from the free to the paid a la carte classes to the guided mastermind group, and then I guess one-to-one consulting would be at the top of the pyramid. You know, um, Although I'm trying to get away from that, ultimately. But so
So I've heard you got to price it higher so you can slowly get out of it. This whole thing reminds me of boiling a frog. You can't just have it on high heat. You gotta sit it in there and then turn it up slowly. That's my idea of moving up the profit pyramid.
yeah,
So each
well,
step
that's why.
you gotta volunteer.
Yeah, and the consulting isn't just kind of a single thing. It just kind of depends. It could be anywhere from 2,500 bucks to 100,000. Depending on what the project is. I don't get too many of the
Yeah.
$100,000 ones anymore, but so it just depends on what it is. So it's kind of hard to quantify in there per se. And I've been doing more services on fixed fees rather than hourly. And, it makes the billing easier, but it also means that you can probably, if you're efficient, you can make a little more profit by getting your processes down and so squeeze out more per hour, I guess, if you broke it down by hour than if you just charged hourly. So time and materials is kind of like a
I like fixed
treadmill.
prices too. I do
Yeah,
like
well,
fixed prices.
yeah, just because the problem with time charging time and materials, which is kind of your typical consultant thing, is that the more efficient you are, the less money you make. So, so you're more experienced, you get things done faster, and you make less money because it takes fewer hours to do it. And it's kind of like, wait a minute. Yeah. So let's
Yeah,
charge, what the value is rather than on a time and materials. Now, some people require a time and materials type of thing. So I try to figure that out. Um, but if I can, do a fixed, if I know if it's a set service and I know about what it's going to take, then I'd rather charge a fixed price, and then I can be as efficient as I want. And I still, the more efficient I am, the more money I make per hour. Than
yeah.
if I by the hour and I'm efficient, then I'm making less money. So that's no good. There's
Had that happen.
Yeah, well, there's no reward for doing a good job and being efficient and having all that experience. You're shooting yourself in the foot. So
Yeah. So I had a guy when I first started out. He said that he would pay me by the hour. And I was like, well, that's not fair. I'm like, it doesn't take me that long to set this stuff up because I know how to set it up. And he's like, well, what's your price? I'm like, it's 500. So I set it up. I gave it back to him the next day. He asked me to set up HeySummit. So I set it up and it was done. I told him about it the next day. And he's like, I've never had this happen before. He's like, I can understand. It's just a flat fee of $500. I'm like, yeah. He's like, you want to do this uh, again? I was like, no, thanks. But yeah, I don't want to be the holdup for anybody's project. So
yeah, that's
like the
it.
flat fee.
And so was he satisfied with that?
He was very happy. He wanted me to do more projects with him, but I didn't want to do them for 500
Yeah, that's
more.
exactly right. Yeah. So you got to
He
charge
was
what
a
it's
nice guy
worth.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So
I mean, it could be a fair price, but you got to charge what it's worth because, think about what it would cost him to set it up, and he probably realized that and went, holy cow, I'm getting a heck of a deal here for $500.
yeah, he told me that too. He's like, Hey Summit's charging 10,000 for this. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this as a favor for somebody else, so that's why I'm working with you. He's like, you sure you don't want to do more for 500? I'm like, I'm sure. Thanks anyway.
Not for that price. Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's
um, so the free part of my profit pyramid is I think I'm gonna do some more live streaming. Uh, I told you I've set up the podcast. I hope you got yours set up. Did you get yours set up in YouTube?
I looked at it. I haven't done that part yet. I will. I've just been
Okay.
trying to get this stuff out by the end of the year. And so I will. I did look at it. So I'll get that set up.
Okay. If you need help, just let me. I should have asked you last Friday.
Okay.
But if you need help, I'm here.
Sure.
Um, let's see, I got those. I set up a new landing page for my email newsletter, and I think I need to tell people that I have an email newsletter at least once a week. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Uh, uh,
A
let's
little
see.
bit.
I have a lead magnet for how to put together an event. So those are my four free things, and for my low ticket or low cost, I have some cohorts that I want to put together. I think I told you
Okay.
guys last Friday for Hey Summit, but like a boss, and using that lead magnet for events. Just put those things together. So all the things that I have for like free tier, I want to show people how to use it, and then have them sign up under my affiliate link and put them in like a Facebook group. I have a Facebook group now. I guess that's also in the free tier. So I think I got like five things, but I want to say, hey, I got this paid thing. That's where I'll make the announcements that I have this paid thing for like the cohorts and that, what is it called? Ebook.
Oh
So
yeah.
and I have, huh?
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm
Oh,
just agreeing.
okay. So next up would be challenges. And I don't I have a list of challenges, but I can't remember what it is right now. And I have an event for Black Friday. I think I'm going to do that in June to get ready for Black Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want I want three groups, but I really think that I should speak to them one at a time. So I want to speak to affiliate marketers part to get them to partner with event producers. I want to get event producers to partner with like SaaS companies, so everybody will have a part to play in this whole thing, and they can meet each other, and then put together their own event for Black Friday, and they'll have time to get ready for Black Friday.
Okay,
Uh,
cool.
so that's my live event that also has an ebook and a couple of live streams to get ready for that, and then I'll
So
have
are you
the
going to do anything with One Stream Live again or just kind of on your own?
on my own.
Okay. That relationship went south, did it?
Well, they wrote me a really nice review. It's on my LinkedIn page. They asked me for reviews also. So it just ended, I guess.
Uh,
So I asked them if they would work with Talk Virtual instead of Ericka Bates. And they said they'd rather work with Ericka Bates than Talk Virtual. So I was like, okay. So since I asked them to work with Talk Virtual, they didn't want to work with me anymore. I told them the plans I had for SaaS companies. And it's like, yeah, we want to do that. And I'm like, okay, I charge for this. And it's like, no, Ericka Bates doesn't charge this. Talk Virtual charges this, and we don't want to pay Talk Virtual prices.
well, they
I was
wanted
like,
it all for
oh,
free, but not, yeah, I
yeah.
get it.
So,
So what kind of deal would they, do they, I mean, is DJ Strick still working with them?
yeah,
And are
him,
they paying him?
yes. I mean, they paid me. I think, what was I getting? Like 300 a month. Oh yeah, I was getting 300 a month. I asked for 500 an episode. And I said, Talk Virtual charges a lot more than this. And you can have all the things that Talk Virtual would do. And it's like, we want that, but we need it for, let's say, I think they said 400. And I was like, no. I was like, I think the least I would go would be 500 an episode. And they said no. So no
Okay,
longer there. But the last thing I did with them was a Mother's Day show, and they did pay me 500 for that episode. So,
okay. Well,
but that was it. That was May. Let's see what else. So after I do the events, I will have the next step would be either the peer group, and I thought about doing another mastermind, maybe once a month, but not sure yet. And then the consulting, the one-on-one, that would be
okay,
my highest tier. So,
okay,
I think I got all of those things in the DIY, the done with you, and the done for you.
yeah, I think that kind of works. I mean, now are your um one-to-ones, are they going to be fixed price or per hour, or how are you going to charge on that?
Like fixed prices.
Okay,
So, big fan of Christo. Um, so I have on my Book Like a Boss page, and I just found out that I can move this to HeySummit. That was it called on HeySummit? Like a additional Oh, I can't remember what it's called now. I hate that. But the stuff I have on Look Like a Boss, I can move to HeySummit and it can be an additional thing. So let's see. I think I have prices set at 20,000, 10,000, and 5,000 for events to set them up and produce.
Okay.
And these were geared towards SaaS companies when I had my list. I still got my list to reach out to companies to work with. So wish
Oh,
we could talk to Zakia.
by the way, did you ever figure out the notices from HeySummit? Because I looked through here specifically, and I did not see any email notification from HeySummit for today. So the only notice I got was the link you sent through LinkedIn.
Yep. I fell off. I ain't do it.
Okay, I was just curious because I was looking for that. And I just wanted to let you know that I didn't see anything, just in case you had. Just
Yeah.
kind
I
of give you
really
some
think that I
feedback.
appreciate it. I really think that I need to set you guys up as speakers for you guys to get that email, or else you would have to sign up every time. And I didn't want to have you sign up every time.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and I didn't want to sign you guys up as speakers beforehand because it gives a list of who showed up for what, and it'll place you in the four categories for first through fifth Fridays.
Hmm.
And if anybody want to let's say if you want to see all the things you participated in, you just click on your name and you get to see all the ones, and it'll tell you how many that you showed up for. So
Okay.
it's also like a speaker directory, or I call it a member directory because I changed the
Okay.
word speaker to member. So,
All right.
and you can see that on your end too. So so
Okay.
so
Uh,
I
yeah,
go
and
ahead.
I didn't see. Okay. I just wanted to, yeah, wanted to verify that I didn't see those again. So that's kind of what I was looking for here. So this is paging through. So just so you know. Um, and let's see, but I am seeing other stuff from you on the newsletter and stuff like that. So I'm getting stuff at multiple email addresses, which is fine. But I am seeing your other stuff. So I did check on that too. So it's coming
Right.
through.
Yeah, Hey Summit is also supposed to hopefully today, since I have it going through Hey Summit. I haven't checked, but hopefully it's going through. So if it does go through, you should get an email saying, "Hey, this happened in the virtual summiteers today," and it'll send you a reminder that the replay is up.
And when does that come out? Does that come out
Hopefully when
automatically or
this
do you do
ends.
that? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I'm hoping that I set it up correctly. Now I should check
okay.
my phone to see if it's actually playing. Oh, you know what? It probably won't. I forgot to say it's Summit. I just did the live stream through YouTube, but YouTube is supposed to go to Hey Summit, but I forgot to set up that part. Dang.
Yeah.
Do you not get
Uh,
emails saying that there are replays available though?
I think so.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure I do. I get a fair number of emails from you. So there's the LinkedIn ones that, every time you respond to me on LinkedIn, but I just got one yesterday, Talk Virtual, the newsletter. Um,
It's a recap of me hanging out with Patrick last night. Hey, Patrick.
yeah.
Good morning,
Ah, there
everyone.
we go.
Happy Friday.
Happy
Happy
Friday.
Friday. So let's see here.
Is it too much? Are you getting too many messages from me?
No, I'm fine. I mean,
Okay.
you got several of my email addresses in there, but that's fine. I wouldn't worry about that. And let's see, mainly coming into my business email at tballard@scehydrogeology.com, but I see, uh, let's see here, kind of paging through here. Ericka, start from 1223, start flopping and start slaying.
I
Um,
thought that was funny.
yeah, and you commented on some of my LinkedIn posts, talk virtual, the newsletter, 1220. Um, I guess that's mainly it. So not too many because I see, because there's, I see every time you respond to me or we exchange messages on LinkedIn, I get a notice on that too. Um, and so the newsletter, as opposed to this one that was the stop flopping.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's just an email. So Fridays,
Okay.
it is the newsletter on LinkedIn. On Mondays, it's an email from me, just recapping everything again.
Okay.
Um, Tuesdays is the Medium blog post, and Wednesdays would be like a recap of all that happened in that week.
Okay. Here's one virtual summit to the squirrel wrangling. Okay. I'm just kind of going back through here and kind of seeing what I got from you, just so you know what I'm getting. So
Okay.
sometimes that's
But
helpful if
still,
you think people are
HeySummit
getting
should
stuff
also send you an email saying that, hey, a replay is available.
right. I'm yeah, not seeing that.
I guess I need to do some more things in HeySummit.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that particular one. So
Okay. Patrick, we are talking about our profit pyramids. Have you got one set up?
Nada. No.
Oh, well, you have your live stream show. That is your free offer. Do you have anything that's a low ticket offer? That's just a little above. Would that be your community?
Probably the community will be the next one up because
Okay.
that's yeah. Yeah, that's a coffee money entry point.
Okay. Anything above there? You got any webinars or challenges or events
No,
coming
if
up?
you look at not on the virtual side, we're focusing a lot more on the in-person
Okay.
development, but
Okay.
not on the virtual side as far as high ticket offers.
Okay.
Maybe in 2025.
Okay. We only got a few more days. So, anything above
yeah,
your events, like any one-on-one
Uh,
training, consulting?
the training is more in person. I would probably say coaching
Mhm.
because that
So,
could be we offer that either in person or virtual.
okay. So you got the group coaching. Would you say that's above your community? Would it cost a little bit more?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
But we're
anything
doing
above,
more. I think we're doing we are requested not so much on the group coaching, which we need to get back to, but the request is coming in more from the executive individual coaching.
Nice.
So
So
the one-on-one executive coaching.
I was just about to ask for a one-on-one. So yeah, you got your profit pyramid.
Mhm.
Anything yet your any one part of the profit pyramid that you're focusing on to hit the ground running in January, maybe?
For 2025 in March, we're going to be, I think I mentioned this before, we're going to be folks launching, and I kind of teased it yesterday on the 30, but we're going to be launching an open enrollment. This one is going to be in person first, and then we'll down the road get to virtual, but open enrollment leadership development training. So open enrollment means that anyone from any organization, anyone can attend as long as they are leading people, managing and leading people. So if you are leading a team or own a business that you're leading a team of others, then you'll have an opportunity to apply and join us in our 5-week cohort starting in March,
Nice.
March 4th.
Nice.
So we're working towards
Sounds
that feverishly.
okay. Sounds pretty good. So I was thinking about a cohort, maybe July, June, but also I'm sorry, I'm thinking about an event in June or July for Black Friday to get people Black Friday ready. And after that, I think I want to do a cohort for HeySummit. And if that goes well, I'll do it for the other programs that have free tiers to get them in, to get them to know these products and set up some automations. So today's topic was actually about repurposing and tools that we've learned and are using. But I wanted to start it off with the profit pyramid to see where everybody's going to be heading towards in the new year. So I do have this. I was on a Tanya Smith live stream. Sorry about that. That it is playing in YouTube. So I am looking for the thing that I found is called AI tools directory.com. I want to share this in the chat with you guys because I thought it was pretty spiffy. It's one of the things that what was his name? Robert Kennedy III shared in that Tanya Smith's uh, live stream. So they have paid, free, and premium. I have no idea the difference between free and premium, but I thought it was the coolest thing because it's an AI directory. So I put that in the chat. Um, I just thought it was a nice thing. I don't have, oh yeah, the other tools that I am using is called Spotter Studio. And if you use it a lot, they will give you a year access to it. Let's see if I can find it. Nope, I can't find it. But I will look it up and share it with you. Spotter Studio. I think it's .com, I'm guessing. I'm still typing it out. I'm going to say .com to see if that works. It does. Okay, so I really like, if you guys like the cartoon images of me and the LinkedIn newsletter or the Medium or just in the emails that I send, they came from here. So they gave me 1 month access because I entered into their contest. And the more I use it, the more I'll have access to it. So Spotter Studio. And I learned about this from Doc Williams.
What is
So it's
Spotter
supposed to
Studio?
be, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
What is Spotter Studio?
So if you've seen those cartoon images from my LinkedIn newsletter, my emails, or
Mhm.
in Medium, I got them from Spotter Studio.
Oh,
So
okay, got it.
I gave them a description for my blog. It's mostly the too long didn't read section, and it'll give me images of me because it's hooked up to my YouTube channel. These are supposed to be YouTube thumbnails, but
Okay,
I
got
use
it.
them for blogs. So
Okay,
if you guys didn't know, in blogs or LinkedIn newsletters, you're supposed to have like 8 images throughout. I don't do that because I don't want to make all those images. But if you ask Spotter, it'll totally do it for you. And I just haven't done it because it'll give you a bunch of images. So it'll let you download them. The ones you've seen from me, if you've seen my content online, I take, I download it, I put it into Canva, and then I put some words on it because its English is terrible. So I put my own words on it, and it lets me do that.
how is Spotter Studio better than Canva?
I'm not going to say it's better because I put my Spotter Studio images in Canva so I can write on it.
Oh,
I'll say
okay,
it's
got
in
it.
addition to.
All right. It's like
But
50 bucks a month for Spotter Studio.
yeah. So in there, if you join them, they'll let you have access to it for a month, and you can keep all the images if you download them. Um,
Okay.
so
I mean, it
I
looks
like
nice.
it.
It's just, yeah.
I like it because it gives me what I think are images of me. And in Canva, when I put in my description, it'll give me other things, but I like that I can use them both together.
Okay.
I'm not going to say that it's better than Canva. It's just in addition to, just in case you guys want one more tool.
We got a couple tools like Aja AI that I got from AppSumo. They'll actually generate me um, images for my yeah, it's, cover images or the thumbnails for the YouTube videos. So
Hmm.
that'll do it based on the transcript. So it'll do a transcript and then generate a cover image there. And I think I got a couple more that'll do it for a blog too. So I got one that automatically converts from my every time I post a YouTube video, it'll take that and automatically convert it to a blog post with images. But usually the
Nice.
images are ones it captures from the video. So, and some of them are okay, some of them aren't, but you can replace them with other stuff too. But it's, but it's kind of nice is then you just basically look it over, make some edits if you want, um, and then, post it right to your blog. So that's kind of nice.
Nice.
So I can get a blog
Mhm.
post every time I do a YouTube video. So I think that's video to video to page or video to blog, one of the two. So I got them both. I still can't decide which one is better. They both got some strengths, so I end up getting them both and I play with them. So
Nice. So, Patrick, you got any tools you like or repurposing ideas that or strategies that you like? Maybe.
taking a break.
Oh, okay. Well, Zakia. Thomas told me earlier that thanks to your walkthrough video and somebody else he saw on YouTube that Pickaxe is back on AppSumo and he's got a full stack. So that's nice. So if you have any other tools that you're interested in, please share and share your affiliate link.
Yeah, that was what I
Z-
missed the first time around. So I'm glad that cycled back around because it's a good one. And I don't know how I missed it the first time, but I'm glad it came back around.
I'm glad Zakia told us about it. She says, yes, I shared it with Jason too. It's a great tool. So hooray for that. So I wrote, oh, Zakia says, Tom, they may offer an unlimited deal for actions privately. Even nicer.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
I
nice.
can't remember what I was going to say now. Oh, well. Oh, do you have to be a sauce member to get it?
Sauce.
Yeah, the AppSumo private group, the
I
$99 a year.
I think it was just listed as their tool of the year, so you get a discount if you're an AppSumo Plus member.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Plus member.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Zahia says right now you can only get 3 actions. Connect to their community forum to stay up to date.
Oh, I
What was I
gotta
going to say?
look at the deal here.
Oh, I wrote AppSumo and I told them that I want to refund sessions. And he's like, "Are you sure? Because they're raising money to come back. And if you do, you can't ever use them again." But they also have a thing on the sessions page on AppSumo saying that they might not favor sumo links. But I do remember Zakia saying, "Go ahead and refund it." So I'm still in the process of doing that.
I think it's probably good. I mean, if they're on death's door and they're trying to raise some money to, I mean, what are the odds? They might pull it out. It was a great tool, but I don't know.
I
So
didn't get to use it.
Pickaxe, the deal is I used it a number of times. I really liked it, but I don't want to play that game and, hopefully they pull it out and you're trying to use it and one day it's not there and, so okay. So the
I hate
tier
when that happens.
3 on Pickaxe is
You can share
50
your screen if you want
studios.
to.
Um, well, hold on a minute. Let me see how I do that here. I got it's always getting my share screen. Let's see a share screen under more.
So now I'm not sure if I want pickaxe or go brunch.
They're different tools. I don't have a share screen on here. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Here.
Tom Ballard has started sharing his screen. Woohoo! I see stuff.
Okay.
Mm,
Can you see it?
yes.
Okay. So this is so what Zakia was saying, the actions per tool, the API integrations, you only get 3 on the tier 3. So
Mhm.
I haven't explored that yet. I just picked it up. So, but the main difference between the tiers is the number of monthly credits. and I'm not quite sure how the whole credit system works. So, and the number of studios is the same, except for the lowest tier. And then they do take, if you do charge, they take 10%. So 10% skim, which is kind of high, I think, but but it is what it is, I guess. So that's the whole deal. There's no, normally they have these are the features up here, but this is the whole thing right here. So you can see what's in it. Kind of doing some weird funky stuff here. So you can create unlimited pickaxes. You can do your own if you have like a Claude or an OpenAI key. You can use that instead and save on some of the credits. So um, I usually keep my OpenAI stocked so I can do, bring your own key type of thing. Um, so that works. And then custom domain, set usage limits. So it's pretty slick. I went through Zakia's stuff and then David Swift's video. Uh, and he gave it like a 9.1. He ranks all these things every week, and I trust his reviews. And he ranked it, gave it his highest ranking of the year, 9.1. So he was impressed. So I said between that and Zakia, I'm in. So
Zakia
there you
says,
go.
hey, that's awesome. I was mentioned with the David Swift. I don't know him, so now I gotta look him up.
Oh, he does, he does regular reviews on all the AppSumo stuff that comes out. So, um, and so he's pretty good at that. I don't know how he bangs out all these videos and goes through all these things. So, man, he spends a lot of time on that. So, but I trust his reviews because he usually does a pretty fair and thorough review. So on all that stuff. So I usually check his videos. On stuff I'm interested in.
So I want to say
Anyway,
maybe last Saturday or Saturday before last, Zakia did a walkthrough of I can't remember what it was, but afterwards she had everybody who wanted to meet up on Go Brunch. And she says, I'm not gonna turn my camera on. And you don't have to turn your camera on either. It's too early to turn your camera on. I thought that was the coolest thing. I just thought that was
yeah.
cool. So it was like I'm always pressuring her to do the things I want, like have a community for business tech lab. And I'm like, anyone? So just want to say thanks for spoiling me, Zakia. So
Well, the other thing that I brought up, that as we talk about tools and things, is that it's really interesting that speaking of pickaxe, is that that what I'm seeing as far as the AI world goes, it's advancing so quickly that people even, and I was watching an interview with the Microsoft CEO and some other folks that are basically saying that all the SaaS is basically going away and it's all going to be um, uh, AI agents. So, the custom GPTs, Perplexity Spaces, and Claude projects, those are all basically the beginning of create your own SaaS. So really the value is going to be in the database, putting together the database, which we're already talking about with something like Pickaxe, is that's the whole thing is with Pickaxe, and this is the intriguing thing to me that Sakia brought up was that you're creating basically the database for Pickaxe and the conditions that it can use the information in there. So you're creating this interface. So you're basically creating your own SaaS tool, that's real specific to what you do. So for me, for instance, I can say take my, utility asset management and take all the documents and put them in there. And now I'm creating, a tool very specific to that. And once again, thank you for Zakia for pointing this out, is then I can basically charge, people to access that database, or, you can set it up for a client where they can then, like a water utility, I could set it up for them where they can take their best management practices, their operating manuals, put all that in there, and then people can just, then query it through Pickaxe, and then it's real specific to that. And I think that's the way the custom GPTs are going, or actually, Chat GPT has now gone to, I don't know, what is it, projects or something like that. There's Claude projects too. There's Perplexity Spaces. I have trouble remembering what they all are, but they're going to where you're creating, um, you're basically your own interface and your own SaaS. And I was thinking about this a lot as I was yesterday sitting down and creating these complex formulas in Excel, where you got square roots of this, and you're doing, absolute references on different cells so you can copy and paste, and various arithmetic operations, and building these really complex formulas to do these operations, and kind of going, this is so, 20th century, is we're getting to the point, and I know that creating spreadsheets with AI isn't quite there yet. There's some tools out there that claim to do it that are kind of so, but it's going to get there before too long because of the rapid advances. So I can sit down and say, I want to do this. And instead of sitting down and typing out these long, complex formulas and then trying to figure out, or I got a paren in the wrong space, or wrong place or something like that, and trying to correct these formulas, is you can just have it generated by AI that can do the heavy lifting, and you're creating then a dashboard, and you're telling AI you want to do this. So you're on the creative side, and all the, heavy lifting of creating the complex formulas then falls on the AI. So I can totally see that. That would be way cool, because man, I spend so much time creating Excel formulas that it would be nice to just kind of, to try to get to an answer that I need to write a report and visualize some data, so I can draw conclusions. And, but you spend so much time on the back end doing that stuff, that if AI could do a lot of that for you, then, you can get so much more done. So that's
Um,
kind of where it's going. So a lot of the SaaS stuff we're seeing out there, poof, it's going to be gone in a few years, you know.
so Molly Mahoney has been getting chat to make her, what was it, Google Sheets for her. She showed me this last year. She just asked, but she knows how to use Google Sheets and I don't, so I never could get it to
Yeah,
format.
yeah.
I have a
It's
question
yeah,
Okay.
around human beings. Uh,
Being like humans or
yep,
being like man.
what's that?
mankind, womankind, humans. So with the AI revolution, and I'm hearing you talk about it and reading Zakia's messages about AI agents, my agent talking to your agent, and so on. Where do you see, huh?
I don't know why it stopped. It's weird.
Where do you see, or is there room for human, where is human emotion and interaction coming into being, or is there space for human interaction?
Oh yeah, I think so because you know what I'm saying is the tedious stuff like creating Excel formulas. My goodness, but looking at the data, visualizing the data, drawing conclusions from the data, I don't think AI is quite there yet. If I create a dashboard and I'm looking at trends, then I can anticipate based on my experience, my human outlook on things. I can I can anticipate where things are going to go or where things might go based on my experience. And um, the AI can basically just take the data and, it's black and white basically to AI. And I think that's the
Right.
um, that's the difference is that, you know, AI is not human, so it doesn't have that flexibility. It's more black and white. Humans can, as of right now, the difference is humans can see shades of gray, where for AI, it's kind of black and white. It's not very nuanced. And I can still tell, I just subscribed to a publication called Smart Water magazine, and it's a print and an online version. And I was looking at some articles in there, and you can pick out the ones that are, especially the headlines that are written by AI, because it's kind of like unlocking secrets, I mean, it overuses stuff like that, and it go, that is an AI headline, so it kind of, if it kind of puts you off. Um, so AI is not quite there yet. It's not going to replace the humans. So I use it to do the heavy lifting part, and then the final mile is mine, and I put the human touch on it. But it excels at gathering information. Um, it excels at crunching the data within limits. And I still haven't, you know, there are AI spreadsheets out there and different tools, but I haven't found that it can do what I needed to do, like on spreadsheets. So I'm still crunching formulas myself and trying to make sure I have my many sets of parentheses at the correct spot, stuff like that. But if it gets to the point where I can do that, then that'll be the heavy lifting. But I still think the 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 way I see it, summing up, is I see it as AI sees black and white. It's this or it's that. Humans can see the shades of gray and the nuances and stuff like that. AI is not to that point. And I don't know if I shouldn't say it never will, um, but I think you can tell as a human, you can look at stuff most of the time and see it was AI generated. And I look at things with a critical eye when I generate stuff and I say, yeah, you know, I need to rewrite this and that. And so give me the information. I'll take it the final mile and write it and put the human touch and the spin on it. Even if I'm doing video scripts and stuff, here's the information, and then I'll put it in my voice and go from there. So that's my take on it anyway.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah.
And Zacchaeus said absolutely. I'm not sure. Was that to the question, Zacchaeus?
He also talked about using Thoughtly with Pickaxe, AI with AI.
Yeah, and the reason I asked that is it's still important for us to focus on the human reaction,
Right. Right.
right? Because AI has a space, but we can't forget the human aspect of us, the emotional part.
Well, and we got to define who our customers are and what their needs are.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
AI can do that only very generally and only in a really crude sense. We understand the nuances of human interactions, and that's the difference. It can't, you know, um, it can't replace that. Uh, Maybe it will one day. I don't know, but right now, understanding what our customers' needs and wants are, and there's that whole thing about people tell you certain things, but you got to kind of dig at it a little bit to kind of get what's beneath the surface and maybe understanding them a little bit and anticipate and knowing what they're not even saying about your customer. And AI can't do that.
Hmm.
That's the human interface is kind of getting at your customer and anticipating what they need when they don't know it themselves.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yep.
So AI then, if we were to summarize it, Tom, based on what you just said, so AI helps with more efficiencies, right? But the human being is still us as human, we still need that emotional support, inspiration, and internal motivation or drive.
yeah,
Cool.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, that's good, Zakia, that you're gonna, yeah, I look forward to hearing that on January 1st to see what your perspective is on the human part.
So, I got a call from a guy who asked me if I was Ericka Bates, and I said, sure. He says, I'm going to need a verbal yes from you. I say, you'll never get that from me. He said, okay, this conversation is not going to go anywhere. And I'm like, scam someone else because
Yeah.
AI can
That's
take
good.
that yes, can take that yes, can go to your bank. There's everybody's talking about, oh, it sounds like a robot, but some people don't know. Some people are getting scammed talking about, hey, I'm in jail, I need help, I need bail money, or I don't have insurance, I need money to pay for this car, or something like that. And people have been getting caught up in that. Oh, sorry, I have to take this call. So let me put myself on mute for a minute.
While Erica is doing that, I have a question for Tom and Zakia. Um, and Erica can answer this too. Would you, and this is taken away from the AI conversation, but I was thinking about it earlier. Would you consider yourself a solopreneur or entrepreneur or small business owner?
Hmm. Good question. Kind of a lot of overlap there, but I consider myself, really both a solopreneur and an entrepreneur, but probably if somebody asked me to choose one or the other, I'd say a solopreneur just because I'm by myself and kind of doing it all. So that's kind of, and I think it's implied that you're a solopreneur, that you're an entrepreneur that operates by yourself. So I don't know.
Okay.
Good question though.
Yeah, something to think about, right? As we go into
Yeah,
2025 and start to identify what our goals are for 2025, is really to think about where we are now and where we want to be at the end of 2025.
right.
So Zakiya says small business owner. Erica, which one are you? A solopreneur? Would you consider yourself a solopreneur, entrepreneur, small business owner?
Entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur?
Hmm.
Okay. All right.
So you got three different answers.
Yeah, right,
That so that doesn't do no trend there.
Yeah,
Scattershot.
yeah.
What are you,
So,
Patrick?
huh?
What are you?
I consider myself more of a entrepreneur. And the reason I say that entrepreneurs take more risk, right? Inherent risk. Uh, Small business owners, you are running it's a small business, but if you are not there, does the business operate?
Yeah.
Solopreneurs is just you.
Yeah.
So what I'm tasked what I would like for as a group for us to start thinking about is really to start thinking about where you want to take yourself and your business. And then what is it going to take? So with Tom, Tom is a solopreneur. He's comfortable in that space. Zakia, small business owner, does Zakia want to take her business to a bigger scale, to a bigger space? And what does that look like? And what is it going to take? So it's something to think about because if you want to go to a different space, now you got to take on a different risk, and now you have to involve others. So it's something to think about. It's about building a team. So do you want to just stay where you are, or do you, as Akia said, go global? That means you have to scale in a different manner. That means you have to start building a team of people because you can't do it by yourself, or not only people, but also the systems. So just
We've
something to
all
think about.
gone global, though, right? We've all reached a global audience.
But that's reaching a global audience. But does that mean that your business is global? A global audience is one thing that you're touching base with people, but is your business global, meaning that you're getting income globally?
Okay.
Because I can touch a global audience, right, through the 30 or through Talk
Mhm.
Virtual, but does that mean that the income is coming from a global audience of people or others internationally on a regular basis? There we
And
go.
Okay.
that's true because I have interactions with people all over the world, but I don't do business with them. We'll check, they'll get a hold of me about my YouTube videos, but I'm not doing business in Australia or South Africa or Serbia or any of those places, where I deal with people, and answer their questions. So that's a fair point, is all my business is United States, um, and you know, um, so that's a good distinction. Are you a global business or do you
Yeah, yeah,
or otherwise? But
yeah.
yeah, so
And I like what Zakia said here is generating revenue globally, right? So that's a big
yeah,
difference. Is your audience
yeah,
global, or are you generating revenue globally? That's a difference.
yeah, yeah. So good
Just
questions
something to think
today,
about.
Patrick.
Food
You're
for
making us think.
well, food for thought because I we're on the call Fridays, and I want us to really think bigger in 2025,
Yeah,
right? Um,
fair
because
enough.
we all are here to learn from each other, and I don't know what your goals are, business wise, uh, so financial, family, and so on. I don't know what your goals are, but you know what your goals are. You know where you want to go. So if you want a global business, your mindset has to be a little bit different than just you.
Well, there's just the logistics of dealing with business in other countries, and then, then you have to worry about things like GDPR and all the, crazy stuff the Europeans make you jump through and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, the mindset plus all the logistics,
Hmm.
as a solopreneur, I don't want to do that. So
Right,
the
right,
US
right.
is the US is hard enough with all the stuff they're making us jump through with that, business filing on your ownership, which is basically the government just trying to track you in spite of what they say, you know, ticks
Yep.
me off, but not much I can do about it, I guess. But
So that's
You
just,
know, one
I just want
stream
to
there.
drop that there for you to really think and consider where you're going for 2025 and beyond. And then
yeah,
does uh, does your systems match what your goals are?
Yeah. One stream, they're located in Sweden and they wanted my social security number. And I'm like, why can't you use my EIN? And like, we need your social security number. I'm like, that sounds weird.
Yeah.
So I looked it up and I'm like, oh, you can have this number. I can get another one. This only affects my credit, so you can have it. And they were very disappointed in me. But oh well.
Yeah.
yeah, I had a similar circumstance. I was going to do an affiliate with a live webinar, and they wanted all kinds of financial information and stuff. It's kind of like, I don't think so. So, I guess maybe in
Never
Europe,
mind.
yeah, they're Poland, so it's kind of like, no, I'm not going to do it, so you guys won't get anything from me, but, and I understand they're protecting themselves, but it's kind of like I can choose not to do that. And that's just
Yeah.
kind of what you get
They
if
said,
you're the logistics of doing business globally is you got to deal with all those local laws and in different countries. And it's just, in Europe is the worst, I mean, they have
Hmm.
some of the worst rules. It's crazy.
I'm sorry, you guys, I have to go. But if anyone, yes, it's like 9 minutes early. But if anybody wants to be the host, you can continue. But I do need to go.
Hey, just
Yeah, I'm
quickly,
good.
Dave, CPA, he sent me a note. The case is settled, so the injunction is gone, so you have to file your BOI by the 31st.
Yep. Yep.
What happened to the
Yeah.
guy in Texas?
BOI is what I was talking about. Yeah. It
Yep.
just
So make
ticks me
sure
off,
that you
but
do that.
I'm done. I already got it done.
All right. Good. All
But
right, Zakia. Yeah, please. If you want to
under
call me,
protest.
I'll put, or if you want to do a Zoom, let me know. Either way works for me.
Okay, everybody, have a happy New Year.
All right. Enjoy. Happy New Year. Let's make it happen in
All right.
2025.
See you in 2025.
All right.
All
Bye.
right.
Hi,
Bye,
y'all.
everybody.